What's up? What's up? Now you know what time it is again. Of course, it's time for another review, and today I'll be reviewing the movie Scream 5, but notably named Scream. So this is the fifth installment of the Scream franchise. It's a 26-year franchise that's been going on. I remember it like it was today. Watching Scream when I was 13 years old. It came out when I was 12 in December of 1996, but I saw it in spring of 1997 when I turned 13. And I remember it just being just groundbreaking and completely changing. I thought it was a highly intelligent film because it was a film that characters acknowledged the existence of horror films, because it was like, okay, well, it's been so many horror films before Scream, and so the characters acknowledge the cliches and the regularities of a horror film, which I thought was incredibly intelligent while being a solid horror film in itself. Now, Scream, to me, the original Scream had the best motivation of a killer ever. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the first Scream, where it basically at the core, and I've said this in a previous video and a previous review, at the core of Scream, the original Scream, it is a drama, a romantic drama about adultery, betrayal, and infidelity. And I thought that was one of the best motivations ever in a horror film franchise, to actually kill somebody. I was like, and I really basically just, my reaction was, okay, that's pretty understandable. So this is a continuation, and this fifth film, I actually thought it was really great. And I want to say basically what worked for me and then what actually didn't work as well in this film, which essentially is a review, anyways. And so in this one, it has a continuation of the same intelligent take where the characters acknowledge the existence of horror films, and like basically what I like about this franchise too as well, they create a film within a film. So based on the previous film, whatever happened in that previous film, they make Hollywood makes films within the film, which I thought was really smart too as well, very intelligent. And so this new cast basically acknowledges the existence of film, and I have to say this new cast on this poster are really great. The acting is incredible, especially Jenny Ortega, the girl who has the opening scene, which is in the trailer as well. She is really outstanding in this film. And I love how in the script they connect both the original cast with the new cast very well. They just mesh well and very much in sync, and just their ride or die together. Just it's just a really great combination. And in this film too, there's a connectivity to the original Killers, which I thought was extremely well done. So that worked with me. This new cast, the connectivity to the original Killers, and actually being in Woodsboro really worked with me, which is a continuation from the fourth film too as well. The continuity of the franchise really works for me. And then also the kills. The kills are brutal, and it's gory, and it's a horror film. And that's what I want from a horror film, is who's the killer, how they're killing them, and then what's the motivation. Now, what didn't work for me was essentially the motivation of the actual killers. There are two killers. Spoiler alert! Too. I'll put that on the video description. And then just the reveal of it, and then also there's a psychological aspect and factor to the film that I thought was interesting, but the execution was flat. I think it could have been fleshed out and elaborated a lot more, and then been highly effective in this film. And I have to be honest with you, I left out of the theater thinking this is a great film, but I also thought to myself, I don't have to see another Scream film. It definitely will be another Scream film because this movie opened with $36 million, so it was a big profit for the studio. So definitely gonna make a six. Um, so I'm semi excited about it, but honestly, I'm just tired of the cliches of the Scream franchise at this point after 26 years, and then also the reveal of the killers. It just read kind of old and repetitive to me, to be completely honest. But this new cast really works. The cast that was remaining in the film, because of course people get killed in the film, no surprise there, no spoiler there. But the remaining cast, I'm interested in seeing them in the six, and a refreshing new aspect while still being intelligent and acknowledging films, horror films in the film, and then a continuation of the film within the film. There's like 8 films in this movie, so it's more Scream films than there's actually more staff films. That's the name of the films within the films. If you haven't seen the franchise, so there's more staff films than are actually films of Scream. There's 5 films of Scream and then actually 8 staff films. So I want the continuation of the connectivity of the original killers from the first one, but just in a different aspect. I was expecting a little bit different when they said they were going back to the original. And so I wanted them to have an angle. I want to see actually Sidney Prescott's mother and her death and how she was killed, and then connecting that all the way up to Casey Becker, which is Drew Barrymore's character, and how she was killed. And that's what I thought this film was going to be, where that connectivity, we go all the way back to the original and recircle back to when the killers actually killed Casey Becker. That's what I thought this film was going to be. But I want that to be in Scream 6, if there's going to be Scream 6, which I'm sure it is, because it's a big profit, like I said. And with that said, I really do think this is a great film, and I give it a solid B. So please subscribe to my page if you like what you see, because I will be uploading at least one review a week.